What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? The MMA world is buzzing as Islam Makhachev prepares to face Jack Della Maddalena in what could be the most unpredictable fight of the year. But here's the twist. The experts are split, and some predictions might surprise you.
He's obviously a very good fighter, big challenge, one of the best in the world. So honestly, preparation is much the same.
What are your thoughts about defending the belt right here in your hometown?
Yeah, that'd be the dream, absolutely. Pound for pound, #1 defending his title in his backyard.
Jack Della Maddalena didn't hold back when asked about his upcoming battle with Islam Makhachev. The Australian fighter made one thing crystal clear. He's not coming to survive, he's coming to destroy. With Madison Square Garden as his stage, JDM believes he can do the impossible and become the man who ended Islam's reign. But is this confidence or delusion?
I'm going to go for it. I would love, obviously, that'd be the best case scenario, get the finish. I can see it happening. I can see it blowing the roof off, MSG, taking out pound for pound #1 with no doubts, finish would be the dream.
Ariel Helwani had strong words about how the Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev announcement was handled for Madison Square Garden. While Helwani called the matchup incredible, putting JDM against the pound-for-pound king, he destroyed the UFC's presentation. For such a massive fight at the world's most famous arena, Helwani said the announcement was flat and lifeless. Did the UFC drop the ball on selling this super fight?
JDM is going to welcome Islam Makhachev to the welterweight division and defend his title for the first time against Islam, #1 pound for pound at the world's most famous arena, and just like reading it off a piece of paper. No oomph, no excitement, no nothing.
But Ariel Helwani wasn't done. He dived deeper into what Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena really means for the sport during his podcast. Helwani argued that nobody deserves this opportunity more than Islam, given his lightweight championship and #1 pound-for-pound ranking. However, he dropped a warning that could change everything. If Islam gets stripped, the UFC might stop making double championship fights forever. The stakes couldn't be higher. Interestingly, Jack Della Maddalena seems to thrive under pressure, especially when facing grapplers like Islam Makhachev. When questioned about fighting yet another wrestler after back-to-back grappling-heavy fights, JDM's response was telling. Instead of complaining, he embraced the challenge, saying he loves adapting to different fighting styles. This mindset could be exactly what makes him dangerous against Islam. He's prepared for war.
2 grapplers/wrestlers back-to-back, and Islam's going to be a third. Are you hoping to fight a striker after if you beat him?
I like all challenges, I like I like game planning against all different styles. But yeah, I feel like I've fought a lot of grapplers. But yeah, I appreciate every style and like game planning for the certain style.
The debate gets even more heated when Chael Sonnen jumped into the striker versus grappler conversation surrounding Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. Sonnen's take was brutally honest. He thinks this whole debate feels outdated, like something from the early UFC days. While he acknowledges these matchups still happen, Chael believes modern fighters like Islam and JDM are too well-rounded for simple labels. But does this make the fight more unpredictable?
Who's a better striker, Islam versus Jack? This debate was going around. I just saw this on the internet, and I'm open to it. It just feels a little 1993-ish. The idea that it's going to be a striker versus a grappler, we do see that. I think that you could put Dricus and Chimaev maybe as an example. So it's not as though I deny that that's a real thing, but boy, it's sure not like it used to be.
Things get serious when you hear what analysts are saying behind closed doors about Islam Makhachev's biggest test against Jack Della Maddalena. One expert laid out the cold, hard facts. This fight is nowhere near as easy as people think. JDM's size advantage, complete skill set, and power in every area of fighting make him a real threat. While the analyst still picks Islam to win, he warned that it could go either way, and that should worry Islam fans.
It's going to be a super tough fight. We have to plan this correctly because Jack's bigger. He's well-rounded. He's good on the ground. He's good on the stand-up, good boxing, good kicking, good lead, good takedown defense. He's good everywhere. This guy's a test for us. He's not an easy fight. Islam should prevail, but it was not going to be an easy deal.
The plot thickens when Paul Felder shared his honest thoughts on Islam Makhachev moving up to challenge Jack Della Maddalena. Felder praised Islam's lightweight dominance and said he's earned his shot at double champion status. But here's where it gets interesting. Felder specifically mentioned JDM's performance against Belal Muhammad as proof that he can handle Islam's style. He predicts this fight will be much closer than anyone expects, giving Jack a real shot at victory.
It's a fantastic fight. I mean, Islam has just been the pound-for-pound guy. He's unbelievably dominant in the lightweight division, and he deserves a challenge to move up. He deserves to be trying to have that chance to become a double champ or a two-weight division champ. It's just, can he do it against Jack Della Maddalena, who seems to have already been able to go out there against a similar style and a true welterweight in Belal Muhammad and look fantastic doing it? I think this is going to be a lot more competitive than some people think.
However, not everyone is buying into the JDM hype train. Merab Dvalishvili broke down exactly why Islam Makhachev should be favored against Jack Della Maddalena, and his reasoning is eye-opening. While he admits JDM can hurt anyone standing up, Merab pointed out Islam's wrestling game is on another level. He even mentioned how Belal Muhammad gave JDM problems, suggesting Islam could use similar tactics. But here's what's interesting. Even Merab admits this won't be easy.
It's gonna be hard for him, but it's possible to Islam Makhachev wins the second belt. JDM is great fighter, great striker, but Islam is tricky. He has a good wrestling, and he's southpaw. He don't get hits, but he takes people down and he mauls people down. So, and also we all see the JDM Belal Muhammad's fight, and then I'm sure Islam will take lots of lessons from this fight, and maybe Islam will make some adjustment. It's possible. It's gonna be hard, but Islam can win the second belt.
Ian Gary dropped a bombshell when discussing Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena, and his take might shock Islam fans. Despite Islam's incredible skills, Gary focused on something everyone else seems to ignore: the size difference. He called out the 15-pound gap and claimed JDM is not just bigger, but stronger everywhere, including on the ground. With crisp boxing and solid takedown defense, Gary thinks we might witness the upset of the decade.
Who do you think wins, Jack or Islam?
Obviously, Islam is phenomenal and he's good everywhere, but size matters. And when you're talking about an extra 15 pounds, Jack's a much bigger human, even on the ground. I know how strong people that Islam is, but I feel like Jack could get it done with just some clean boxing and good takedown defense.
On the flip side, Din Thomas believes Islam Makhachev will look unstoppable against Jack Della Maddalena, and his reasons are compelling. Thomas talked about Islam's physical dominance and shared stories of him manhandling bigger training partners in the gym. Even with the welterweight division packed with killers, Thomas thinks this is the perfect fight to make. But are these gym stories enough to predict Octagon's success?
I think he's going to look great, though, because, I mean, he's got a style, and he's just been always so physically rough. And when you hear about the stories of him in the gym, just being able to just manhandle bigger guys, I think he has a style. I think it is the right fight to make, despite having a talent-rich welterweight division. I know those guys don't like it, but sometimes you just got to sit back and wait and let the guy move up and get his shot.
Behind the scenes, Islam's coach Javier Mendez revealed shocking details about Makhachev's preparation for the Jack Della Maddalena fight. Mendez described Islam's incredible physical condition, mentioning brutal training sessions like uphill runs with weighted vests over a month before the fight. He praised Islam's self-motivation, saying he just needs direction to execute perfectly. Mendez even compared Islam to Khabib, highlighting their different approaches while respecting both legends.
Very fit, very strong. And I really liked that. And I saw some of the training videos of him running up the hill with the vests and stuff. So right on track. Islam has always been, the kind of fighter that you just wind them up, tell them what to do, and let them go. And that's exactly what's happening here. You know, he does his own. You don't need to motivate him. You just need to tell him what you want, and he'll go out and do it. I'm very happy to see the progress he's making, because I do see it, and he's a different kind of guy. As you notice, him and Khabib, they're different. Islam isn't Khabib, Khabib isn't Islam. So a lot of the characteristics of what they do or what they don't do, they're different, but they're also very funny in their own way. Islam's got some really funny sayings that really catch on, but they're different approach. They're not the same kind of approach.
The final piece of the puzzle comes from Javier Mendez himself, and it might be the most important factor in this whole fight. Mendes made a bold claim about Islam Makhachev's physical strength, calling him the strongest lightweight he's ever trained. According to the legendary coach, no other 155-pounder even comes close to Islam's raw power. This strength advantage could be the key when facing bigger welterweights like Jack Della Maddalena.
Yes, he's super strong. Out of all my lightweights, he is the strongest one out of all of them. I don't recall one lightweight stronger than him. Not even close. He's the strongest. So out of everybody I have, he's the guy that has the best opportunity to be able to handle the strength of the bigger guys.
So here we are, expert opinions flying in every direction, coaches making bold claims, and two fighters ready to settle the debate inside the octagon. From JDM's fearless attitude to Islam's proven dominance, this fight has all the ingredients for an instant classic. Madison Square Garden will witness a battle between power and technique, size and skill, confidence and experience. The real question isn't just who wins, it's what this fight means for the future of MMA. Will Jack Della Maddalena pull off the biggest upset in recent memory and prove that size really does matter? Or will Islam Makhachev silence all doubters and prove he's truly the best fighter on the planet by conquering a second weight class? This fight represents more than just two men competing. It's about proving which style reigns supreme in modern MMA. When that octagon door shuts in New York, we'll finally have our answer. So, what's your take? Can JDM's size and striking power overcome Islam's wrestling and strength? Or is this just another stepping stone in Makhachev's path to greatness? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. If this breakdown got you hyped for the fight, smash that like button, subscribe for more expert analysis, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. When these two warriors finally clash at MSG, you'll want to remember where you heard it first.